Okay, it's a new setup. We're gonna try this one. It's more of a standing kind of thing. You can see the author's name there. I don't want to pronounce it, but I'm giving credit to where credit's due. Hey guys, okay, it's a new setup. We're gonna try this one. It's more of a standing kind of thing, but I think it'll work out. Okay, so today's video is about the February TBR. I have a couple books that I've already read or listened to. The first book that I listened to, this was an audiobook, in February was Divergent by Veronica Roth. This book got a 4 stars from me. Divergent is about a girl who chooses to go her own path when it comes to what she wants to be in life, and it drives a wedge between her and her family, and then she faces hardships in the place that she goes to. So the main plot of this book is that there are 4 kind of classes in the world. 4 classes in the world. She's one of them designated, and they're kind of the boring class. They want to help other people. That's what they devote their lives to, and they don't do anything else but that. Everybody, when they're about 16 years old, take a test to figure out which class they fit in more with. Some stay with their families, but they get to choose what they want to do. So, this girl takes the test, and it turns out she's something that they call Divergent, meaning that they have multiple classes that they kind of suit. And she's told to hush hush about it, don't say nothing. So she chooses to go with this other class instead of her family's class when it comes to her choosing day. Well, after that, she's off on her adventure. And I don't want to give too much more away about the book, but anyway, basically it's her story while she's there. And this book got a 4 stars for me. The delivery for the story and how character development happened. I like it because you physically feel like you're there, going through these hardships with her. Like, at some point in this book, I felt like punching somebody. Like, that's just how deep it got me into. The next book that I got checked off the list already is The Bear and the Nightingale. This is the first book in the Winter Night trilogy. This book was just so good. At the beginning, I wasn't really into it, but I pushed through the audiobook, and you really became to cheer for the main character in the book, and it was just great at that point on. It is based in Russia. It is a kind of like a historical Russian backdrop with some fables and fantasy elements sprinkled in there. Basically, it is about a village. People in Moscow want them to transition from the old beliefs and the old gods to Christianity. And in the book, you really feel the struggle that the village goes through during this time. and then overall the girl gets blamed for it. And you really feel that tug and pull throughout the book. It's really good. I got a 4 stars for it on Goodreads. And overall, it was just a really good book. The next book on the TBR is Gossip Girl. You can see the author's name there. I don't want to pronounce it, but I'm giving credit to where credit's due. But this is a really good book. It starts out with a blog post. Granted, guys, this book was, everybody knows what Gossip Girl is, especially the TV series. But for those people that don't know what Gossip Girl is, it's basically a group of high-end teenagers in New York City, and then there is someone within this group of friends or a group of people that are basically making a blog about them, and they don't say their name outright, but you know who they're talking about with how they phrase what they're saying. And this particular group of friends that very high rollers in New York, and basically their family can buy them out of anything. And it talks about what they do behind closed doors. And that one friend that knows everything that is apparently doing blog posts about them. So I'm really interested to read the book because I've watched the series, so I'll read the books. The next book on the TBR is a manga, and it is Cat Gamer by Wataru. And this book I'm really excited about because I love cats, so it was a no-brainer for me. The next book is continuing a series. It is the Attack on Titan Volume 2 manga, and this one is by Hajiame. And it is, I'm looking forward to it because the first one ended on a cliffhanger, so I want to know. The next book on the TBR is Claws of the Cat by Susan Spann. This is the first one in the Shinobi Mystery series, so I'm ready to find out. So basically what this book is about is there is a girl and a priest framed for a crime that they did not commit. The Shinobi doesn't want anything to do with it, but the priest comes to him and asks him, so as a man of honor, he helps the priest try to prove their innocence. That's what this one is about. So I want to know what happens. The next book is The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood, and this book is, I've heard so many things about this book, but basically it follows this girl who doesn't want her best friend to be upset because she's dating a new guy. But so she tells her friend that she's going on a date, and then she goes to go study instead of going on a date. But when she rounds the corner, she's shocked to see her friend there, so she ends up kissing a random guy in the hallway. And this random guy happened to be the most hated professor in the school, so love to see how that turns out. The next book is Forgotten by Kat Patrick. This book is about a girl who cannot remember, her short-term memory is shot, so every day she has a system that her friend helps her remember what happened the day before, but she does remember what happens in the future. I know it's crazy, it's a crazy plot, but she's drawn to this particular new student. She's drawn to this particular new student because she remembers him somehow or some way. So this book is going to tell me why. Okay, this book is The Kiss of Deception by Mary Pearson. This book is about a girl who was set by her father to marry someone else, but she doesn't want to go through this marriage, so she steals documents from her father and runs away. She is isolated in this village by herself when, well, not by herself, obviously the villagers are around her. But then her father sends her supposed person that she was supposed to marry, plus another soldier bounty hunter after her. And then this book just tells that story and about what happens. This is book 1 of a series, so I'm very interested. The next book is The Good German by Joseph Kanon. This book I have been reading this book for a long time. My soon-to-be husband gave me this book to read, but I'm going to listen to the audiobook for it because I just find it very difficult to get through. I don't know why. It's probably the writing, but nothing against Joseph Kanon. It's just, with those type of books, I would prefer to listen to them. The next book is One Piece, volumes 1 through 3 by Eilchiro Oda. I am very excited to read this. I have obviously heard a bunch of things about One Piece, so it'd be interesting to figure out what that's all about. And this is one of my most anticipated reads. It is A Curse of Scales and Feathers by S.T. Huston. This book is an enemies to lovers book. It is about a girl that is tormented by her family, mainly her mother, and she is sent away to marry the Dragon King, Arden. He has buried many wives before this, so I'm pretty sure it's obvious why she got sent there. But I will be very happy to read this. And last but not least, the book that I am currently reading, One Night in Hartswood by Denny. This book is just awesome. So far, I am 175 pages in. It is about the son of an ill-tempered lord who is arranged to marry another lord's daughter. This other lord's daughter has 2 sons that travel with her. The one problem about this arranged marriage is that the son does not like women. So the father, because this is historical fiction, well, it's historical fantasy, I would say, more than fiction, but he sees this as a bad thing, so he tries to marry his son off to get him out of his hair. When the son does the unthinkable and runs away the night before the wedding. And then the sister's brother is sent after him. And that is how we come up with this book. It is great so far. I'm invested. I want to see what happens. And that is all of the books that I am reading for the TBR this month. There will be a reading vlog that I will update you guys on the progress again on Monday. And hopefully I can tell you that I'm done with the book by then. But, see you guys then. Oh, bring it in for a hug. Alright, I hope everyone has a great day, and see you next time.